armed forces would have given him employment after college.
This one-man squadron would eventually form his own Air Force, Air Jordan. Chapel Hill, home of the University of North Carolina, a school rich in basketball tradition. Initially, skepticism arose as to whether Michael could excel at the college level.
Coming up in high school, I wasn't that known as a basketball player. I wasn't that known until I came to North Carolina, and no one in Wilmington thought I could really step in and play a lot of time. I mean, everyone felt I was going to go to North Carolina and sit on the bench for 4 years and then come back home and work at a local gas station or something.
But no one anticipated that fame would come so quickly.
The time, 18. Shot, Jordan! Michael Jordan!
In the 1982 championship game versus Georgetown, the freshman had delivered to Coach Smith his first national title. And a star was born.
And a lot of people didn't know I existed until I got here. So when I hit that shot, I felt like I was different. You know, I won a national championship. I think the people started to recognize my talents more, and I started to get more publicity in that sense. So I think that shot really put me on the map, if you want to say.
Michael's winning basket propelled him into the national spotlight, and a new aura of confidence was apparent to all.
What Michael really did was improve considerably between his freshman and sophomore year. He grew a couple inches, he matured physically, and just became a sensational player. He was very inconsistent as a freshman, but he's one of the most competitive ones we've ever had in our drills. He wanted to get better, and then he had the ability to get better.
There's a steal by Doherty. Here comes Michael Jordan.
Pat Doherty passes to Jordan. I guess that is a pretty fitting end to the ballgame. Jordan, look at that!
Kenny Smith looking for Jordan.
In practice, Michael barraged his teammates with his game-time moves.
We always had to go against each other every day, and trying to stop him it was a joke, really. Of course, we had to force him baseline, and he'd get around the baseline, it was dunk, and then you go in the locker room after practice, and he would remind you all night long.
Jordan coasted through his sophomore campaign, capturing Player of the Year honors. But the pressures of a #1 ranking hindered his play early in his junior season. The excessive expectations had him trying too hard to please others, and he needed guidance to redirect his focus.
Coach Smith could notice it. I mean, he showed me film from my sophomore year and the beginning of my junior year, and it looked like a totally different person. It made me see exactly what success had done to me, and I was able to deal with it from that point on. I remember we were playing NC State, and I cut my hair. I was bald-headed. I said, I'm washing away with the way I started off with the season. I set my own expectations of myself, and I just started to play better basketball.
Michael would rebound beautifully.
About 14. Rebound.
Dominate the competition, and go on to lead the ACC in scoring. But after being named the top collegiate in the nation for the second consecutive season, he made the difficult decision to walk away from Chapel Hill and forego his senior year.
Well, to tell you the truth, I really just decided, I guess, an hour and a half ago. I didn't know I was, 50-50, and I talked to Coach this morning, and he helped me, and my parents helped me, and everything looks bright for me, and it's I think the future holds hopefully the best for me, and I just I felt that would be better for me to start now while I'm young.
Although Michael went hardship, he returned to Carolina the following summer to get his degree. More immediately, he was about to become the cornerstone of a rebuilding Chicago franchise.
The Chicago Bulls picked Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
In preparation for the Los Angeles Olympics, Jordan led Team USA to a 9-0 record in a series of exhibitions against NBA talent.
What I liked most about Mike was the fact that like everybody, he had some lapses in play and how hard he played, and yet all you had to do with him was go up and take him by the arm and say, Michael, you're not playing as well as you can play. He'd just kind of look at you and grin and say, I know. And he'd go out and play harder, and he'd play better. And you put his willingness to compete with his athletic ability and his basketball skill. And that's why I simply have always said, since having had a chance to be around him, that he's just the best player I've ever seen play.
Named team co-captain by Bobby Knight, Michael made it clear he would have no problems with the fiery coach.
And he wants best for his players, and, you know, really that's somewhat similar to Coach Smith, except for the language, but, you know, I can get up with that.
When the moment arrived, Michael was all business. The 23rd Olympiad would provide the forum. The glory of a gold medal was paramount. And playing against the rest of the basketball world, Michael would tower above the competition. The United States had a team deep in talent, but Jordan would emerge as the undisputable driving force. With Michael leading